The Golden State Warriors have won the 2018 NBA Finals. They have proven to be one of the best teams in the league and possibly a dynasty in the making. But what would have happened if this team were to go back 20 years into the past to face the rosters that were back then, and also having to face Michael Jordan back in the day? How would they look like back in 1998? Make sure to stay tuned to find out. And one more thing, there will be one mystery player that will join them in this quest to the past. Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of NBA Live 98 2018 Golden State Warriors Season Mode. I am Jose Sports Gamer back with another video. So, how did I create this roster? I will teach you in a future video just so you know how I made the process and all that type of stuff. Before I go into the introduction of this Golden State Warriors team in 1998, I will tell you the schedule for from here to when I start university work again. So on Mondays and Fridays I will make NBA Live 98 videos, which will be for this season mode. On Wednesday I will make NBA 2K18 my career videos. I will still continue with that. And last but not least, my MLB The Show 18 Road to the Show videos will appear each Sunday. And I'm gonna be doing some streaming on Twitch on Tuesdays and Fridays. On Tuesdays and Saturdays. Well, sometimes on Fridays, depending on how things go. On Tuesdays and Fridays or Saturday, I will be streaming Fortnite on my Twitch channel, jdynamite_Twitch. That's my Twitch channel for all things gaming. For now, it's only Fortnite, but in the future, it might be something more. And on Thursdays, I will be streaming MLB The Show 18 on my other Twitch account, Jose _the Sports Gamer _YT. That's my schedule for my Twitch. For now, let's before I go into this intro, I will talk about what I felt lately with this YouTube thing. I've been inconsistent, and that's my fault. I've just felt like I'm not getting enough views and all that type of stuff. And then just yesterday, I just remembered I only have 88 subscribers. Like, I shouldn't be expecting 100 views right to get go without some type of help from somewhere. So I think that making a schedule right now, it's the best possible thing for this channel in the future. And oh, by the way, if you see that, well, I'm gonna do some Shaq to the Full videos for this series as well. There might be a few videos, and with this game alone, I could say that there are at least 5 highlights or maybe even 2 videos with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but anyways, I think that the schedule is a good way to get back into the rhythm of things with YouTube, especially since I'm gonna be ending university classes on Thursday, so I will be having the chance to make this YouTube thing work. My goal is to get to 300 subscribers by the end of 2018, by the way things are going. Maybe I will get further, maybe not, who knows, but my goal is to get to 300 subscribers. And I think this series will be a good way to get to that goal. And one more thing, I have gotten or am in about to get to my 20,000 views milestone. So I'm gonna be making a Fight Night Round 4 career mode video. I only do those videos when I reach a certain milestone. Make sure to check it out. It's in the home page of my YouTube channel. Okay, so with that being said, let's get this video. Let's get into the topic of the video, which is the Golden State Warriors from this year in the 1998 season in the NBA Live 98. I got the idea to make this series. I don't know whether it was at the beginning of the playoffs or maybe a bit before that. The idea was to take the team that won the championship into NBA Live 98. So, for example, if the Cavaliers for some reason were to win the 2018 championship, then they would have been the featured team for the NBA Live 98 season mode. And then, I will make a series about them, yada yada yada, and starting after the championship and the NBA Finals have been concluded. And yeah, like I said, there's a mystery player. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. I'm not gonna tell you from which team he will be from. So you can guess whoever it is in the comment section down below. Any guess is welcome. Even if you answer right, all I will tell you is, well, stay tuned to find out. You will never know. And in NBA Live 98, I'm not sure if any of you have played NBA Live 98, and those of you who are from my channel. But in NBA Live 98, Michael Jordan was not in the game. There was a player that was, I'm not sure if his name was random player in the game. Like, he was supposed to be like the NBA Live 98 replica of Michael Jordan or something like that. But what a lot of people did was replicate Michael Jordan and that type of stuff. So what I did was recreate Michael Jordan in NBA Live 98 and put him in the Bulls. Number 23, Michael Jordan. Anyways, you will be seeing him soon in this series. This is gonna be a really entertaining series, or at least a very interesting series. I can tell you that much. But this, you can see, you can really see that it's it's very pixelated. But hey, it was a game made in 1997. So what do you expect? 20 years ago, this was the I don't know how to say this was expected of a video game, especially a sports video game back in 1997. But anyways, this video game was actually one of the games that I played back when I was very, very small. It was one of the few games in which got me into the gaming thing, especially into the sports gaming. It was just, back in the day, this was a game that I would certainly play. And you're spending some time in that game, and good memories. And I had this game for a good time. Now, I actually made a few videos on NBA Live 98 back in the 2014 Christmas Day games. I made a video for each of the games that were taking place. And on some of those times, I would do a live commentary, or at least a live broadcasting as if the game were actually happening in real life. Overall, at the end of the day, I would be like, you know what, I'm not really gonna do any more of this, because what I noticed is that they don't call many fouls in this game compared to in NBA 2K games. Of course, the style of play back in the NBA back in 1998 was different. They didn't call as many fouls as they do today. Making it a valid argument for a lot of old heads who say, the NBA has gotten soft over the years. I'm not saying the NBA has gotten soft. They're the ones that are saying that. But overall, this is going to be an interesting series. And you can see the Timberwolves are whooping our butts right now. And as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it right now, but Kevin Garnett was actually in this game. But the thing was, he was not the one whooping our butts. It was someone else. Someone who I had never heard the name of that player in my life before I started playing this game. It was Gugliotta, playing for the Timberwolves back in the day. And he was whooping our butts. And it was almost like LeBron James was the one who was whooping our butts. It was that serious. and Kevin Garnett was like, in the background, doing his thing, just laying back, letting Google out do his thing, like, I'm not even needed right now. Like you just whip their butts, and I'll just sit back and watch as you whip their butts. Like, it was really embarrassing, and also it was kind of a welcome back party, if you will, for me to play this game, because it's been a long while since I've actually sat down and played this game, and the controls were kind of different. Like like it came into my mind as soon as I started playing that the button to shoot was the circle button, not the square button. Like, you go on for so long shooting with the square button, and then when you play these games, it's like you all of a sudden remember you shoot with the circle button, not the square button. Like, I don't even remember. I think it was in the mid 2000s where they started to use the square button instead of the circle button to shoot. Actually, I remember back in NBA Live 2005 where you could shoot with the circle button, and then if you want to dunk, you made a dunk with the square button. So, as the time went on, we started shooting with the square button, and that was that. Like, we got so used to it. And getting back to this game was kind of a hard transition. And when it came to defense, it was hard for me to defend because my L2. My controller, the L2 was kind of loose, and if you weren't preoccupied about the L2, then it made you change defenders or do some wacky stuff that at the end of the day would end up checking a full low light. So I had to constantly have the finger under the L2 button, making sure that it didn't do any damage to the game overall. And yeah, so in a future video I will teach you how I got the players to NBA Live 98. I have a certain type of calculation I made like a long time ago. It has like a few years already since I made that experiment, since I made the calculations. And not when I made those Christmas games. Back then, I had a different way of measuring how a player was, like, from NBA 2K to NBA Live 98. But then I got into account that in NBA Live 98, you start off at 50, not 25. So I really have to make some calculations here and there. It might not be the most exact result, but it's kind of close, if you understand what I'm saying. It's kind of getting in there. And also the attributes back in the day were simpler, so I had to adjust the more complicated attributes and simplify them in a certain way. Just in summary, I will make sure to talk about that when I make the video for that in the future. I'm not sure when I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna make it very soon. As you can see here, I changed the camera angle because I wasn't really feeling comfortable with the defense, being on that broadcast camera and stuff. So as you can see, they're still whipping our butts, and it was really bad, man. It was really bad, but it takes some time to get back into the swing of things in this kind of game. When you make that change from your present console to a past console, it's really not easy. But yeah, the Golden State Warriors this year, we all know that they were not the best version of themselves when it came to the regular season. Due to injuries, or some people are saying, well, they were just, the coach was resting their players and stuff. And I'm not gonna be the one to say so they were doing it or they were not doing it. Like, honestly, what matters now is that they won the championship, and that's that they proved that they're still the best team in the league. Although I honestly think that if Chris Paul were to play in either Game 6 or Game 7, the Rockets would have been the ones going to the NBA Finals and eventually win a championship, because honestly, the Cleveland Cavaliers had no job. They shouldn't have been in the NBA Finals to begin with. It was sheer luck that they ended up in the NBA Finals to begin with, because when I'm not gonna go and say when they faced the Toronto Raptors, because honestly, the Toronto Raptors are the biggest fraud of a team in recent years. Like, in the regular season, they're one of the best teams around. And, they're being hyped as a team that might face the NBA and the Western Conference representative in the NBA Finals. And then all of a sudden, when they go against the Cleveland Cavaliers or any LeBron team, it's like man, like they don't do much. Like they just flop. They flop so hard. It's really ridiculous. And it's even more embarrassing to know that the Toronto Raptors swept. So the Toronto Raptors got swept by a Cleveland Cavaliers team that was a shell of their former selves. I mean, it was really that ridiculous. It was like, you have no job getting swept by a team that bad, and you're still allowing it to happen. And all of a sudden, it's like, after they got swept, there was a meme or two out there that they were calling it the LeBronto Raptors or something like that. That's how bad it was. Okay, that's how bad it was. And then going to the how lucky they were facing a Boston Celtics team that didn't have their two best players in Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving. And me being a Lakers fan, honestly, I hate the Boston Celtics, but you gotta give it. Honestly, even though the biggest Celtics hater has to give it a round of applause to the Boston Celtics for even going that far without their two best players. Like, it just shows that the Celtics as an organization have done a really great job of building that team, getting the right coaching staff, getting the right players into the system. It's been a true masterpiece, and I honestly think that maybe starting next year they might actually win a championship if the Warriors are not in the way. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I mean, it was kind of a long video, I understand that. But it was an introduction video. I really have to make an introduction to this video because, I want it to be all dramatic and stuff. I wanted to make it look like it was a TV show. I don't know. I don't know, but, I think it was a good video. If you make sure to subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this. Make sure to follow me on Twitch at Hosilla Sports Gamer YT and at JDynamite Twitch. I also have another channel on YouTube, but I'm not making videos at the moment, so I'm not gonna really stress about that. So see you next time in another video. Peace.